Welcome to Eclipse Appointment Scheduler. This videocast will go over many of the important features that are available in the Appointment Scheduler. It is easy to use and to learn. With a couple of clicks, an appointment can be entered. The appointments can be viewed by week, doctor, room, or availability. Each office uses its own parameters for appointment times and length of times. It allows for various length of times according to treatment types and for specific doctors. It allows for different doctors' schedules, allows for color coding the doctors and the treatments to help improve patient flow. It also helps to reduce no-shows with its robust reminder features, email, personal letters, and even text messaging. To open up the appointment scheduler, click on the calendar icon on the left side of your screen. At the bottom of the screen, you will note that there are 4 tabs that will show different views. Appointments can be viewed by week, provider, room, and availability. To change your view, simply click on the appropriate tab. Let's look at the availability view. You see that the availability is arranged according to color. There is a key at the bottom of the screen. In this particular example, the 10 a.m. slot for Monday morning is full. The grayed area indicates unavailable. These are times that the office does not schedule patients. However, a patient can still be added to a grayed time slot. Double-click on the time slot and you will be prompted to continue in this time slot. To add an appointment to a particular time, simply double-click on that time and the scheduler appears on the screen. Click on Select Patient button and start typing the patient's name, last name. As you start typing, you will see that the program hones in on the patient you are looking for. Highlight the patient and click OK. Click Add Appointment to schedule your patient. Let's look at the Week Of tab. Go back to Views, go to Week Of tab. It is seen here that the doctor allows 6 appointments for the 10 a.m. time slot. The number of appointments are customizable. In addition to displaying the times in a vertical direction, which is very useful to see the whole week at a glance, by clicking on the bottom where it says week 1 row per time, it allows us to see a better picture of a specific day. Now 10 a.m. appears horizontally across the page. So one view allows us to see a week at a glance. The other view allows us to see more of a particular day. Let's schedule an appointment for an existing patient. Simply double-click on the desired time, select a patient, and again you will see how it hones in on the patient. Click OK when you find the patient. When we look at the screen, it automatically knows the normal duration for the appointment. But it can be changed by using the drop-down menu, the arrow key, on the right. A particular room can be assigned. comments can be added. The default doctor is shown here, but another doctor can be picked by clicking on the paperclip. Now you see that Dr. Walters normally schedules for 15 minutes, though we did upgrade this appointment to 20 minutes. We are going to pick, by hitting attach, a different provider, Oliver, one of our physical therapists. And you see that his duration is 30 minutes. So these different parameters are automatically updated. Sometimes a particular patient will need more time for a specific reason. We can use under type a user-defined parameter. This is one that the office has set up. So for example, if they need more time for treatment and the re-exam, this is automatically set up. I can hit OK, and it will change the time to 25 minutes for this parameter. When we are done with this information, we can click Add Appointment. Also note that the text and the background color can be changed depending upon what we do. So when we change to a re-exam, our color changed to a light blue background. This will help us when we see our review to see the different treatments that are being rendered on a particular day. Let's go back to view. You can see the patient we just added. If we want to add patients to a different week, we can change the week by clicking the arrow buttons on the bottom of the screen. The Stats button is available to see the scheduled details for a particular day. Remember, appointments can be added in any view. Just click where you want to add the patient. And it will appear. Let's look at more features of the appointment scheduler. Right-click on a patient, and you see many options. We can edit an appointment, we can delete an appointment, we can even see who last edited this appointment. In order to help the office run efficiently, when a patient enters, we can right-click on their name and mark that they have arrived. Note the color changed. All networked computers, perhaps in the treatment rooms or in the doctor's personal office, can now see that the patient has arrived. Many times a patient will call and change their appointment time. Simply right-click, cut, go down to the new time, click, right-click, and paste. Sometimes patients will forget their appointments. We can right-click and send them a text message to their phone. In addition, When an appointment system is first set up, the user can indicate if any appointments need to be reminded. For example, appointments that are scheduled far in advance. So, going under File, we are able to recall defaults. This gives us advance notice, so we will be able to get a notice that we have to send a reminder to this patient 7 days prior to their appointment if they made the appointment more than 35 days in advance. And of course I can change this. Perhaps you want to change it to only 5 days in advance, or only if it's over 45 days in the future. So we will be able to look at our reports and print out reminders or send emails to these patients automatically. Going back to the other options, when we right-click, you can enter from this appointment scheduler the patient's folder, or we could have even gone and printed a fee slip for the patient. Of course, if we are in a particular folder, if we go up to the Rolodex and we are in a particular patient, we can add appointments from here as well. Go to the Appointment tab. Let's look at what's visible here first. This is a list of all the appointments made for this particular patient and the status of each appointment. This information is very helpful to track patient compliance. We can see which appointments were completed, canceled, rescheduled, and any of the patient comments. We can add a comment in as well by clicking on which appointment we'd like to edit and click Edit. Now we can see that we have added to this file. There are many other choices in the patient folders as well. We can add a new appointment. We've already showed you how to edit. We can add multiple appointments, delete appointments, and print appointments. Let's look at multiple appointments. If a person needs to be scheduled 3 times a week for 4 weeks, it can easily be done in a few keystrokes. We indicate which days we want this appointment scheduled for. Choose our time and our provider, any room numbers, and then just click on Scheduled Appointments. If there are any conflicts to the appointments, it will appear on the right side of the page, and it can be followed up, or a new time can be chosen. Now going back to the appointments, reports help an office to run efficiently by providing feedback. One of the most important reports that can be run is the canceled appointments that have not rescheduled. Immediate follow-up can then be done on any of these patients. As you can see from this list, it is quite lengthy. We can print a list of all the scheduled appointments for the day. Sometimes it's useful to have a printed copy as well as to be able to see it on the screen. We can see who has rescheduled. We can look at our appointments statistics, future appointments scheduled. We can print routing slips if we want to. We can print our comments on a separate line to allow for more information. Now, a new patient can also be scheduled the same way that we've been doing it all along. If we click on a particular time, we can choose from this drop-down list, New Patient Appointment. This allows us just to put in the very basic information, the patient name and telephone number, and any comments we'd like. Of course, we could have also added the patient to our new patient appointments through the new patient Rolodex. The Eclipse Appointment Scheduler is just one way Eclipse helps you meet your practice goals.